What's up, people? Welcome back to Sky and Mac. So I'm going to just give my weekly analysis, what I expect next week from the three pairs that I trade, as seen in the thumbnail. So last week I never had any entry opportunity. There was no setup that fit my plan last week, hence the reason why there's no update on how the challenge is going. So the challenge is still neutral. I haven't yet entered any trade. We're still waiting for the perfect setup. As we all know, we have to be patient in trading. Depending on your trading style, I'm much more of a swing type of trader, although I also do take day trades, but mainly I do swing trades. So my setups take quite some time to play out. Anyway, as we can see, how the market has been going. I'm starting with USDCHF as usual. We can see that we reached our supply zone up there that I marked out, sort of took out this low. As I said, I was anticipating price to eventually take out this low to fill up this imbalance here, then I'll buy from here. So price was dropping aggressively, and we can see that we have changed character. We can see the 4H was going bearish. The 4H was very bearish. You can see from here, forming bearish structure, and then we changed character like that. Boom, right there, we changed character. So with that change of character, it means we have to now change our bias temporarily on the 4H. So we can clearly see that the 4H is now bullish. So I marked out my 4H recent swing leg, which is from this low, you can see, to this high, because the change of character is right there. Broke this high, and now this is our current high, this is our current low. And so I'm looking to buy from the demand zones in our premium, in our discount zones right here below the 61.8 retracement. Below this level in this zone. This is where I'm looking for my demand zones. So I scaled down to the lower time frames to do that. Mostly I go to the 1H, I look for my order blocks or demand zones, whatever, and I think I found both of them on the 15 minutes. You can see right there. I think I can even refine this one down further, this one right here, down to this last demand. You can see we have our 15-minute demand zone right here, this order block to the low, and then our second one is right here, but the imbalance ends right here, so that's why I started it off. And those are our two demand zones. The rest is just an imbalance. You can see there's just an imbalance right here, and so I'm expecting price to fill that up, and buy from these levels when you get 15-minute confirmation, then the 1-minute confirmation. That's what I'm looking for, and I'll target the high that will be made right here. Otherwise, where I was anticipating the 4H to reverse from was right here. But price did not reach there. Will form the change of character before that. So if we continue going bullish, then I'm anticipating the 4H to reverse from here or there, because you can see this is our last supply zone on the daily. This is the daily now. Let's go to the daily. So you can see this is this zone right here is the one that broke this structure down here, this structure here, and so we can look for order blocks, sell zones here, supply zones here. And so if we go to the lower time frames, we can look for supply zones, which we can refine them further and further. So if we go to maybe the 15-minute, you can see I refined it to this high. Doesn't need, if it's an extreme order block, it doesn't need an imbalance. You just need to first mark out the extreme zone, and then I ended it on this Asia high. You can see my indicator, the Asia high is right here, and so that's why I ended the supply zone. So if price enters here, it will take out the Asia high, which will be liquidity into the POI, and then look for 15 minute and 1 minute confirmation to anticipate a reversal. Same applies to this high right here. This is your classic order block, your classic OB. Very simple. This is an OB. You can see the OB that everyone knows. Yeah, ICT himself says this is not an order block, but whatever, this is the OB everyone knows. Yeah, so make sure you just back test and find what works for you. So this is the last up candle before the down move on the 15 minute. This is where the last imbalance is. I don't go further down to the 5 minute and 3 minutes because, yeah, as according to my back test, I found ending on the 15 minute for higher time frame OBs is much more better. Yeah, so I end on the 15 minute, and that's where the last imbalance ends. Yes, so that's for CHFJPY. Overall, I'm looking for buys until those supply zones. Yeah, but if the 4H reverses again, the next buys will be looking for, I'm looking for sales here. If 4H continues going bullish, then I'll be looking for buys here, or in short reversals. I'm anticipating 4H reversals here, or here. Yeah, then 4H continuations obviously in these blue demand zones. Yeah, that's for CHFJPY. Then USDCHF. So for USDCHF, as we can see, we're also going bearish. We anticipated the reversal from this low, but a 4H reversal, but it failed and we broke the low, and so I was anticipating price to continue going bearish on the 4H until these major levels here. But you can see the 4H changed character before reaching those zones. You can see we took out this 4H high and changed character. Yeah, and now this is our most recent 4H swing leg, this one right here. Yes, and this is the high right there. Our high is right there and our low is right here. That's our 4H swing leg. Then if we go to the 15 minutes, as you can see, I was anticipating continuations. So in this supply zone failed, you can see we just got a reaction but no entry, because when the 15 minute change character, the supply zone that caused the change of character was the Asia high, so I couldn't look for sales there because it would most likely be taken out, and that's exactly what happened. And it changed character on the 4H, so I immediately changed my bias to buying. Now I was anticipating the whole week, so after this failed, I was anticipating now price to retrace back to my demand zones in my discount zones. I won't go much into detail in how I marked out the zones. You can see it's just, if you want to know, you can simply comment, but it's your classic order blocks, although there's a bit of a difference in how I mark mine. Yeah, I don't always mark the last down candle before the up move. I usually mark down till the last imbalance. Yeah, as you can see here, this is not really the last down candle before the up move. It's just until the last imbalance. You can see there's an imbalance here. Yeah, so yeah, then also I was anticipating price to retrace back, of which it was retracing. I was waiting patiently, retracing. Then on Friday so price reached near my point of interest and I was just observing, and then NFP news came out. NFP came out right here, and you can see this huge freaking spike. Yeah, it was because of NFP, and yeah, it's skyrocketed in my direction, almost taking out the high that I'm anticipating. Which is my initial target if I got any confirmation in here. Yeah, so price almost took out the high, and yeah, so if price eventually takes out this high and coming next week, if price eventually takes out this high, then we'll form a new 4H range, of which this will now be my place to look for buys on the 4H. Yeah, so why I didn't mark out to the end like my extreme OB up until here is because this is the Asia low. If we can see the 4H low that changed character is the 4H, is the Asia low, hence yeah, it will most likely be taken out. That's why I ended my demand zone right on this low here. So if price takes out this low, I'm no longer looking for buys, I'm just anticipating a 4H change of character again. Yeah, but right now you can see we're about to form a new 4H range. So if that happens, then we can mark out our new demand zones. But if price does not take out this high, retraces all the way back here, these demand zones are still valid, we can still look for 15 minutes confirmation, and hence I'll target these highs if I get the confirmation and the entry. Yeah, that's for USDCHF. We anticipate 4H reversals in this supply zones right here. We can see we took out this low on the daily, hence forming these supply zones. Yeah, and this is why I'm anticipating buys if price starts going bearish. But since we're bullish, this is why I'm anticipating 4H reversals. Yeah, or if we take out that high, we can still anticipate 4H reversals in these major zones. Yeah, so that's for USDCHF. Then EURUSD. So EURUSD has been still quite in a consolidation. You can just say it's still in ranging. But as I said in my previous video, ranges don't really exist for me. I just follow the structure that's been formed. Yeah, so for the 4H, we can see we were following bullish order flow. We're continuously making new highs and respecting the demand zones until price eventually violated our demand zone and formed a new 4H range, which is a bearish range. Now from this high, you can see from this high to this low, and I marked out my demand zone. There was only one demand zone in our premium zone since we're trying to sell. Yeah, so we can see the demand zone is right here. So the 4H high is also the Asia high, same with USDCHF. The 4H high is the Asia high. That's why I did not end my demand zone right there, because it will most likely be taken out if this one is violated. Yeah, and so I just ended on the last imbalance right here. Yeah, so that's where I'm anticipating my sales on the 4H. So same with EURUSD. NFP caused a major reaction for price to go to the downside, and yeah, price was almost reaching my point of interest. So I'll just anticipate a retracement to this level and sell off from there when I get my confirmation. But if price takes out this low, as you can see, if price takes out this low, then we'll form a new 4H range, and this is where I'll look for my sales. Yeah, in the premium zones right here. Yeah, as for EURUSD, then where I'm anticipating my reversals on the 4H is still the same thing. If we're still going bearish, then I'll anticipate my reversals right here. Yeah, this demand zone on the higher time frame. But if we switch bullish, then I anticipate reversals right here as usual. Yeah, same levels that we've been looking at. But it seems like we're still kind of ranging with EURUSD, so but it's cool. We can still look for opportunities just by following the current momentum. Yeah, otherwise just for the three pairs, that's what I'm anticipating. Otherwise we'll see what next week has in store for us. And guys, I would really appreciate a subscribe if you like this type of content. Please like the video, it's good for the channel. And I also created a Telegram group where I'll be updating all the setups that I'm taking in real time, yeah, in the current moment. So, and we'll also be able to share our thoughts in the group. Yeah, so if you're interested, I'm leaving the link in the description. You can join, we can share our thoughts in there. Whether you trade smart money, support and resistance, flags, algorithmic trading, whatever type of trader you are, it's not restricted to any type of trader. It's a free group. Everyone is free to share what they want to share, as long as they're respecting each other and everything else. So you can join the group, the Telegram group. It's there, and we'll see how things will go. We're all here to learn. We're all growing with the forex thing, and yeah, when we find new other methods, I'll be updating. Red bubble and medium will most likely be the next ones that I'll be trying out, but for now I'm just concentrating on the